I'm going to invite him, so you're going to see for yourself. I expect a long conversation because this man can talk and animate, and it's going to be fun. Okay. Um, you can also ask to join. Just let me remind you guys, elSol is coming in 10 days. I'm actually moving to Katowice next Wednesday to make sure everything's ready. Okay, I invited you. Do you see the invite? Yes, I got you. So now earphones.
Hi,
Voila.
Anna, how you doing?
Great, great to have you here. Okay, DJ York, please tell us, how should we call you personally? What's your name? Because you always give me many names and you say all of these names are good, but I feel
Yeah,
uncomfortable. Tell
that
me.
you know what is true that my name is a big secret that actually only few people know, like people like you, because you have my passport.
Uh
But
huh.
my name, I don't know why, since the beginning, I'm talking about how long I've been doing these 10 years, is something that I never released to anyone. So,
Really?
yes, the one thing that I can tell you is that York is part of my last name. So, feel comfortable to call me York. Actually,
George.
my whole life, since I am a kid, my friends even call me York.
Uh huh.
So,
This
and
is a bit
so,
weird for me because it's like you have DJ Snakes, for instance, and he's almost like if I call him Snakes, I call him his name. But okay, you're York, just so that
yeah,
everyone
York.
knows. There is.
You just feel special that you want to keep that for you. Are you only?
Ok, York, dame número de tu peluquero, dice Raúl María.
Bueno, my peluquero is just wake up, levántate y do something about it. No sé, gracias. Si te gusta, gracias.
So, York, cariño, tell me, you are also an engineer, right? You combine this artistic work with another profession. Can you tell
Yeah.
us more about your second life?
You are releasing all of my secrets right away. Hey, people on Instagram, you are gonna know a lot about me
Well,
on this interview. No worries, just drop it. Yeah. No, no, I just say that because now many people knows about it. I never post
okay,
about anything about it, but yes, I
okay.
am an engineer. I am also an engineer. I have a full
Uh,
time
What
job
what
as an
what kind
engineer.
of what kind of
Uh,
engineer?
I do consulting and sales. Basically, my company does. Let's say they produce solutions for automation systems. I am in
Mhm.
charge of basically say looking for potential, developing solutions and selling them. That's
So, you do you work for a company or is it your company?
I work for the company.
Okay, okay. So, how did you? Because your origin is are you Venezolano or
I am
can you
Venezuelan,
say?
100%.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, I got that right. So, how was your journey to Germany? Were you born and raised in Germany, or did you come to
No,
study?
actually, no, actually, no. Yes, I come to study. Yeah, the thing is that I am born and raised in Venezuela until I was like something like 17 years old. And then, due to the politics in situation in Venezuela at the time, there was a crazy times in Venezuela. No, Hugo Chavez, the dictadura, all that was about a craziness at the time.
Mm-hmm.
My father had to flee the country
Mm-hmm.
to Spain, and then he took us with him. So I moved from Venezuela to Spain. I lived there for 5 years, and then yes, as you say, because of studies, you know, it was like at the time I even have a girlfriend, and I told her like, okay, I'm gonna go to Germany just for 6 months, and I'm gonna come back. Have been 12 years.
Also, du kannst auf Deutsch sprechen. Lass uns
Ich,
auf Deutsch. Ja,
ich wusste gar nicht, dass du auch Deutsch reden
ja, ja.
kannst.
Ich habe auch ein bisschen studiert in Deutschland und naja, Sprachen. Also, this is the uh, this is the neighbor country. My grandma, because here in Poland we're in the crash zone between west and east. So my grandma always told me, Anya, honey, you have to always know the language of your enemy.
Damn. Hey, German people, welcome to the conversation. No, but I know, I know about it. I know about
Yeah,
it actually, and also Poland have like a long tradition of co-working, also basic people across the borders to work.
yeah,
German people
yeah,
to Poland, Poland to German.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, especially
Hey,
Polish people. So,
hey, girl, what a
so German.
surprise! You speak German too. So she speak.
Yes.
I know that you speak Spanish, Italian, I believe as well, English, Polish, which is one of the
And
most
some
complicated.
French. I'm learning now French
You're crazy.
because of Kizomba. J'étude. Okay, but let's go back to you. So your passion. Tell us about your passion for music. How it developed. I mean, obviously because of your culture, I can imagine. But how did you become DJ York? What was the history?
When it comes about passion, okay, I don't, you're pretty close to Latin people, and there is plenty of people that have been related to close to Latin peoples, and you know that we we believe music. I mean, we wake up and the first thing that we
Mm-hmm.
do is what we turn on the music on. And if we are sad, we go through the sad moment with music. If we are happy, we place it with music. So I born and I grew up in such a kind of family, which music was all about it for them. They were all about music, and also big part of the family is that are musicians. We have like classic musicians from my father's side, and we have like traditional musicians from my mother's side. So I grew up with musicians all around me. So to say
Mm-hmm.
that of music, passion about music, yes, music has been a big part of my life.
Okay. Okay.
But when you say how can I become a DJ York, well, like kind of flirting with music. I remember when I was like 12 years old in Venezuela, there was a concept. I don't know if you had that in Europe, but there was like a small clubs, let's say clubs on wheels that you can
Mm-hmm.
basically like literally will look exactly like a club, like in the front of the clubs, the DJ booth, the lights,
Mm-hmm.
everything, but on wheels. So you can move that whatever you want.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can rent that and have like a private club at your place, at your home. So there
Mm-hmm.
was like a trend in Venezuela happening at the time. And I fall in love with it, me and a couple of friends. So we decided to try to make one of it. We were around 12 to 15 years old, the group.
But was it like salsa, bachata, merengue,
Reggaeton,
no,
reggaeton,
cumbia, reggaeton?
forget about
Okay.
salsa. And well,
Mm-hmm.
my friends, it was like no salsa for them. There was all about reggaeton, pop, rock, and this kind of
Mm-hmm.
things. For me, a little bit because I was the weird kid when I was a child. My friends were listening to rock and Eminem, and I was listening to vallenato and cumbia in my room.
Mm-hmm.
um, and then also to bachata, which I grew up with it, but we're gonna get into it anyway. So I flirt with it, and when I was a child with DJing, kind of like it, but I didn't take it seriously until I moved to Germany, and
Okay.
then I had the opportunity to basically to start DJing at the university. Once again, not seriously. Two
Mm-hmm.
years 2 years later, I have the opportunity to play at a Cuban club, Latin Cuban club, like reggaeton, Latino music. The way I
Mm-hmm.
got there was pretty funny because one day we are there at the club and suddenly the music stopped. The party stopped. What's going on? And we see the owner of the club fighting with the DJ. They were really loud, just arguing to each other. And the party finished like
Okay.
4 hours before they should finish. And what's happening? And then she was like, "There isn't any DJ in the room." And I have a friend of mine. So it's like, he's DJ. I would consider
Uh-huh.
my DJ at that time. But Latins faking it till you make it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, yeah, I can play music. And she was like, okay, then come tomorrow. I wanna test you. So that was me
I
next
like that.
day.
I like that. What you said. Fake it until you make it. This is a good thing.
Yeah,
That's how you learn, also.
there is different ways to call it. I call it fake it until you
Mm-hmm.
make it. Other people call it about uh, attracting things to
Yeah.
your life,
Manifesting. Yeah.
manifesting, all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So um, anyway, I was in that club sitting standing up in front of the DJ booth, behind the DJ booth, and that was that woman sitting in a chair in an empty room, just looking at me, drinking rum and smoking. And she was play. After 1 hour, she was like, okay, but I think you need to learn, but you can make it. And so I start.
Okay, that's a cute story. Let me read some of the comments. You have a lot of fans. Felix here is saying hello, bro, and also
Um,
sending a lot of love. Felix, you made the song for us, right? Bachata del Sol. You guys should listen to it. It's a really nice track with Alexio.
an amazing guy, by
Uh,
the way. Talented. Hey, love.
okay.
Te amo, bro. Te quiero.
DJ Halis, nice to see you both here. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Papi, Marquito DJ says.
All the DJs in the building representando papá, muchísimas
Yeah,
gracias.
DJ Rabbit, thanks for getting DJ York. Okay, so York, can you? I feel like I should call you in a more personal way, like Yorkie or something. You know,
Yorkie, you come in
Yorkie,
Yorkie. Yeah, you
Yorkie.
can.
Okay,
I like Yorkie. That is the way actually they call me in Brazil. They call me Yorkie.
okay. So, what was your most exotic DJ gig as a trip? Now that you are a known professional.
Though you know what? Actually, both happened this year, and it was one was Korea, and the
Mhm.
other one was India. That was exotic. I have amazing experience
How is
in
the experience of the community different from Europe?
First of all, I would say the first thing that surprised me was not the differences, but the similarities.
Hmm.
And we live now in a world where everybody is really sensitive about many things. We I know that we want to celebrate our differences. Like I am my own, and I am different to anyone else, and also about these wars happening between people that I visit those countries, and then you realize how
Yeah,
similar they are.
yeah.
And that is something that we celebrate all the time in the dance community. You come to a room, you go to the elSol, especially elSol, which is a place where people all around the world, literally all around the world,
Mm,
meet. And then you don't see cultures anymore, you don't see colors anymore, you don't see even languages anymore, because all the people they know they sing the songs, so they're singing mostly in Spanish, which is crazy. Most
mm,
of them they don't know Spanish, but they sing in the lyrics, and they're
mhm,
just dancing and smiling, right? So based on that, with the first thing that surprised me is being in Korea or being in India and going into the rooms, and you say like, wow, these people is like it's the same. If I if you can forget about the different characters, how they are eyes looks,
mm,
or maybe the color
mhm,
of the skin at the moment, you will don't feel the difference that you are where else. That was the first
mm.
thing. Second thing was the dance level, how high it was, or how
Okay.
comparable it was to Europe.
Mhm.
And I say Europe because the biggest names nowadays, especially in bachata, are in Europe, right?
Yes.
So when you go to cities like Barcelona, where most the biggest names of bachata are living, you feel like the level is really high. Why? Because they are
Mhm.
learning from La Mata, we will
Okay.
say, right? So, and then you go to places like India and say like, what a high level they have here. How come have you learned this to learn this way, right? So what's the thing, three things that really surprise me? And culture differences. Well, I would say this one: workshop in Korea.
Mhm.
You go to a workshop in Spain, everybody's loud, everybody's doing, the people in the front that are listening to the teacher and to the instructors and doing what they have been told. The people in the back, well, they're even training other things, they're even trying, the other one were hour late. Now I am in Korea, I'm getting to the room, Gavin and Steffi are doing a workshop, and then Gabby goes like, okay, we want to do this with the foot. Ting, 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 ting. And then the room just go quiet and like a machine, like a Swiss watch. Everybody was doing with their feet the same thing, ting, 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 ting. But it's not what they were doing. It was the sound in the room that was like, tuk, 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 like shoulders. So that was
Okay.
one thing that really surprised me, how seriously they take things.
I was talking to Sanjay the other day, also a versatile dancer right now in Kizomba. He's a popular name, and he's Indian, but he taught all over Asia. And he said that there is a difference. Like in Asia, there's a lot of discipline generally in the culture, also from kids, in education and everything. That they really take it when people start this hobby called dance. They really take it seriously. That like they really work. In Europe, sometimes it's just recreation, like people just want to do a little bit and are not that ambitious because it has a more social function. And then so this is what makes the level also so high, because people are so dedicated.
That definitely with the culture, and something else that we say that it belongs to is that we take things as humans, we take things as granted, right? Like what I mean is
Yes.
like if you have like I don't know a big names bachata artist teaching you in this weekend, you know that you want to see them the next weekend as well, and the other weekend, and the other weekend,
Hmm.
and the other weekend.
Yes.
Whenever you decide to take out a lesson from them, you will have them available in those places on the other side of the world. Is like that. You know that
Mm.
they are there, and we will maybe hopefully 1 year until you see them again. So they
Hmm.
really take advantage of the artists when they are there. That for sure.
Yeah, that must be a beautiful experience. Um, where in Europe, as you travel, how would you compare the communities? Like, Spain is, of course, the most like, how do you say, like abandoned community. Constantly new names are born and etc. And where else? How does it differ? Where is it more traditional, for instance, or more
Okay.
sensual?
Okay. Thank you for giving me the key. Now we'll think about more things, but about the sensual and traditional. Um, well, sensual is everywhere on the world right now,
Of
right? It's
course.
happening everywhere. When let's limit to Europe, everywhere in Europe. Dominican is also growing up, taking like literally growing the community, and festivals are growing from 2016 until nowadays. It's amazing how many Dominican festivals are right now. But there is a place in Europe where it has been Dominican since always, and that is Rotterdam and Amsterdam. In Rotterdam and Amsterdam, you go there and they have big ass parties with 1,000 people dancing Dominican bachata, and those are parties that had maybe existed since 10 years at least.
Crazy. It's I know some guys from Holland who, from the Kizomba community that they dance also Dominican bachata. I wonder, is it because of the teachers or is it because some also immigrant community there that cultivates it?
Yes, definitely. I would say so. I
Hmm.
was because I was asking about it, like how come this is happening, and
Hmm.
Netherlands have the I forgot the names right now, Barbados and all of these islands, right? These
Yes,
Caribbean islands like
Curacao,
Curacao,
Curacao.
right? So these people listen to bachata over there. So
Okay.
basically, they came over here. They took the culture with them.
Mm-hmm.
All the immigrants. So this really Caribbean, like the
Mm-hmm.
atmosphere in Rotterdam and Amsterdam is really
Yes.
Caribbean
Yeah.
culture.
Yes. Yes.
So I would say definitely that is one of the reasons why.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the only one, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so the people grow up close to it. Even when people from the Netherlands grow up
Mm-hmm.
close to this music, to this culture, so they decide to learn this kind of bachata and teach this style of bachata.
Mm-hmm.
So
I decided I'm going to organize in Warsaw a strictly bachata festival in 2025, like an
okay,
international bachata festival. And I want to bring, I mean, I have two rooms there, actually, also a third one, but I could also divide like more attention into the Dominican style, to make it like really bachata, all styles of bachata. There's going to be space for it.
cool. I mean, the market is definitely growing up. And go for it,
Yeah.
offer a little bit of to everyone. The one thing that I ask you is that even though that we have two rooms, I would love if we still having that
Yes,
amazing
one
mixture
room.
of
Yeah.
music in one
Hmm.
room, because this really give vibe and happiness to the party.
It's always, for us, like long time dancers and so on, we love the mixed parties. When I we're gonna do a mixed dance floor in elSol, in the right in the middle of everything. There's going to be salsa, bachata, kizomba room number
Okay.
5.
Right in the middle before you
Yeah,
get into the
right.
rooms.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Because I don't know, it's an empty space that is just going to be there, and instead of making it empty, let's make it danceable. And a lot of the old school dancers, they were like, yes, because people exchange, they get inspired. Someone, oh, I'm going to teach you a step of kizomba, or we're great at salsa, but let's try some bachata. It's an exchange, and I like when people inspire each other instead of just being separated. But somehow it is a trend among our participants, customers, like that people like to have a dedicated room just for one thing. So it's like, as organizers, we're dancing on a line between what we find is interesting and what people want, and
Yeah, that is really a really
it's like that.
interesting topic. I definitely understand like why you want to have just one kind of a thing in one room, right? Um, but I do miss having those mixed parties, and I have seen wonderful things happening in mixed rooms. There was a festival Unified. I don't know if you know about this festival.
Yes,
I am
yes, yes, yes.
godfather of this
Yeah.
festival. It was, I think, in their second or third edition. They had a problem at the time with that hotel. Right now, they have an amazing, huge venue, but that was at the
Mm-hmm.
time in a hotel in Luxembourg. So they have to close all rooms and just make Saturday party in one room. It was huge,
Mhm.
but just one room. And then you saw a huge table with at least five DJs, bachata, kizomba, salsa DJs all together, all the artists in one room. And then that was I just guess that was fun because you start seeing big names, but kizomba artists and kizomba DJs dancing mambo and not doing
Yeah,
basic, doing
yeah.
crazy mambo steps, and you're like, where is this coming from? So like,
Mhm.
yeah, I used to be as mambo dancer and I used to perform all around the world. So like,
Mm.
what? So
Mm.
the energy created in that room was amazing. So I kind of miss that. I really,
Yeah,
I really miss that.
I also love that. I mean, this is how we got exposed to like dance like kizomba, right? In mixed parties. Being in the Latin community, we did not really have access to African culture or African influence, right? It just started to connect with the Latin community, and the same thing with bachata. Bachata was just a bit of a salsa party, right? In the past, until it
Yeah, there
became bigger.
was take the break.
Exactly, or hug someone that you like.
Exactly,
Uh,
exactly. Go.
yeah,
It was the flirt moment, the drink
yeah,
moment, have a break moment.
yeah. And in COVID, we had here mixed parties, secret parties, and a lot of them was half salsa, half bachata. There was a discussion: what do we do because salsa songs are longer, so it usually makes it five bachata songs and four salsa songs. And there was this discussion, but I loved it because I danced a lot of bachata as well, and then salsa, and it was beautiful. So anyway, we're gonna have that at El Sol. We have some comments. Chris Pachetero, un cordial saludo a mi amigo DJ York. Fue un hermoso Europe Bachata Festival.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Love
Saludos.
you.
So, Yorkie, tell me now how you. So, from the moment that you said you just started to experiment with DJing, just playing music, what was your road until you became a respected DJ? What did you have to learn along the way?
To DJ.
So, tell us,
Yes.
me and ignorant, what does that mean?
I would tell you. I would tell you. The first thing that I have to do was like learn about music. For me, bachata was really easy because I was really, really, really close to bachata. And that's what because basically I grew up listening to bachata. No, not because something particular, it's because I like it, right? And I have that woman also cleaner at home, which also used to listen to bachata all the time, and I really like it. I was it's like I listened to vallenato, to cumbia, and I was really close to it. I wasn't the
Mhm.
guy. I actually at school I was pretending to like Korn and Limbisky, but bachata,
Latino.
vallenato, yeah,
Yeah.
Latino. That's what I
But
am.
I
So
was, I was the same. I was when I was preparing for my A levels, the final exams. I was listening to salsa. My father would bring me CDs, Putumayo record. It had like exotic music, and when he was going abroad, he would bring me those CDs. And I didn't. I was not like a popular girl. I had some weird interests, and Latin music was one of those.
and check out who is the popular. No, kidding. The thing is that when I moved to Europe, when I moved to Germany, that in Venezuela I also grew up listening my familia, from the mother's side, as I say, they are musicians, they are salseros. So I listened to all that salsa romantic in Venezuela. When I was
Hmm.
living in Venezuela, in Spain, the one guy who told me how to dance Cuban, which was Casino, that was the first proper salsa, the first proper dance that I learned. The way I want to say proper is like with the rules that we have in the social dance
Hmm.
community, not with this free style that we Latinos dance. And was Casino was Cuban dance, right? So
Hmm.
this guy told me also a lot about his culture, about the music. But anyway, still, like the knowledge of music, you have to be a DJ in a social dance community is huge. You really
Okay.
need to know music. So the first thing that I was doing was just literally learning about music, like learning, getting more money to the music, and
But like
also
learning, you mean understanding the rhythms or learning
no,
to
no,
play?
just no, no, just first,
Just listening.
gather, basically building
Okay.
a library of music,
Okay.
literally
Okay.
building a library of music. In the club where I first started playing, well, we play reggaeton, and el reggaeton, merengue, commercial music. Okay, that was the first thing that I'm young guy. I'm close to it, no problem. We also have to play bachata, but the salsa crowd was mixed. Was
Hmm.
Cuban people because actually the owner was a Cuban girl, and
Hmm.
there was also like let's say On one dance, I will only talk about mambo, romantica, this kind of
Mm-hmm.
music, right? So I have to get in and play for them. Should I say that from the beginning, the things that were close to me was bachata and salsa romantica. That's why they give me this the name of El Romantico.
Ah, okay.
There was
I love
some
salsa romantica, my favorite.
the wow, that is the one I still like
Yeah.
the most.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, that was the thing. So I'm starting in this little club, just mixing a little bit of everything, and then I don't know how, to be completely honest. I remember a lot of my bachata career, but from my salsa career, I finished I finished playing in salsa parties. Okay, yeah, like a little bit local parties. And then there was, I remember, an organizer from Holland who booked me to play salsa at his festival. And that was the night basically where I met Bercy. So Bercy met me as a salsa DJ, a romantic one. She
Mm-hmm.
really used to love my music and recommend me. So
Mm-hmm.
this was happening at the very beginning of my career. At the same time, I was booked, I will say, for a guy who had big Latin clubs, like Latin clubs party
Mm-hmm.
concepts here in Germany. And he has a concept which was Havana Club Tour. The Havana Club Tour was a mix between Latin music and hip hop. Okay, so we were. But to make the long history short, I was suddenly in clubs playing for 1,000 people, playing reggaeton, hip hop, and basically that reggaeton and hip hop. The funny thing with this guy was the guy who told me that I couldn't call myself a DJ until I become a DJ because he was really angry when he saw that they saw a flyer of me with DJ George playing music. I said, "You are no DJ." So this guy helped me. I don't know how long. We say years, open and closing the party for him. So
Mm-hmm.
literally learning like what do you do, how do you open a party, how you close a party. At the beginning of the party, you don't play the hits. At the beginning of the
Mm-hmm.
party, you have to keep the energy going but low because this is
Mm-hmm.
not the moment for that. It comes to in the middle of the party. So I learned about the rules of being a DJ with him.
Okay.
And then in parallel, it was all in parallel. Also moving a little bit more into from small parties to festivals. A festival in Germany gave me the opportunity to play at the festival, Bachata Festival in Stuttgart, and I met another guy there. It was DJ Nestor. This DJ
Mm-hmm.
Nestor was a amazing DJ, he's an amazing DJ, and he told me like the rules of the social dance community. For example, don't mix the songs after 1 minute. That was me in my first bachata festival, mixing the songs, bachata songs, as I was in the club. Like after 1 minute and a half, I
Mm-hmm.
was mixing them, and the crowd looking at me like, "What the fuck are you doing?" So
Okay. So in the festivals, you have to let the track play.
left the track
Yeah.
playing. Right, that
And in
was
a club, you have more freedom to like.
you have to
Mm-hmm.
keep crazy.
Okay.
You don't play a 3 minute songs in a club. The people
Mm-hmm.
get bored.
Okay.
So I have all of this happening at the same time, and that's made me the DJ that I am nowadays. That I am not a music collector. We have a lot of music collectors and selectors in the social dance community. For
Mm-hmm.
me, being a DJ is something else. Being a DJ is mean this jokey, right? You are writing on the disc. You are mixing music. You are making music out of music, out of new melodies. The other thing is to be a music selector and a collector. We call it all DJ, and I'm cool with it. But
It's so I like that you mentioned this because I also see the difference. I remember a long, long time ago we used to have Henry Knowles from New York City coming.
okay,
He was like the first famous DJ, to also work internationally, and he was mixing salsa tracks even. And people in Europe didn't like it because they didn't know when the song ends, right? But it was interesting. Like he was a DJ, that worked in other music areas and brought that skill to salsa. And then I remember I was talking on the radio. I was organizing some summer festival, and I think I was very tired because that festival was going to end with a loss. Like I already knew it. I took it over after someone else, so I don't think my heart was really in it. And I remember I went to this radio station quite tired, and then they were asking me, oh, the artistic lineup, and then that they didn't know that there are salsa DJs. And then I was telling him, yes, well, we have now proper DJs because a salsa DJ used to be just a DJ selector, someone who just selects music and presses play, and he has a good library. But right now you can call them more DJs. And then after me saying that on the radio, I got like all the DJs in Poland, they just made a group. They hated me. I had to call everyone personally and apologize for calling them selectors. But you're saying the same.
No,
I
but
was
there is
right.
no. Like we can get a lot of hate on that. First of all,
Yeah,
you don't need to feel less for being a music selector. Since for me,
exactly. It's also important.
yes,
Sometimes this is what people
is
want. They just need
is
their
is
favorite tracks.
yes, the
Yeah,
most important skill for even the most
yeah.
crazy DJ on or a music, the most important
Music
skill
choice.
is your music choice, your music library, your music selection.
Mm,
That is the 90% of the job, even for a DJ.
yes.
So the second thing is that there are a lot of DJs in the social dance community that they can mix and do crazy things with the music, but they don't do it because the crowd doesn't like it or they are not allowed to. So
Hmm.
not because you don't do it doesn't mean that you are not a DJ. Okay, so it's basically for the dance community we are all music selectors since that is the one thing that is most important, the most important,
Mm,
and the one thing that we are limited to do it. Okay, but when it comes, if we're not talking among us, we want to talk internally. Well, there are difference between a music delay, between a music selector and a DJ, and becoming a DJ in a way that I learn how to learn to mix music to create new things. That is a lot of work, and someone I have invested a lot of time in learning this. I think it needs to be shown a little bit of respect just because of that, because they do that extra work. So just
mhm.
this is my
So
peace of
yeah,
mind.
yeah, it is a real thing. Jörg, what makes a good festival? Out
What
of your
make
observations worldwide,
what make a big festival? I
a
will start with
good,
the
a
basics.
good, a
A
good
good one.
festival.
Yeah, I will start with the basics. For me, the basic for a good festival is a nice room and a nice music. That is
Hmm.
for me the basics. And when I say
Hmm.
a nice room, I'm talking about a nice floor, okay, and a nice music. And if I start with the most basic thing, because we see people dancing in the open air, in a really bad floors, in really ugly places, but they dance good and they have a great moment because of the music. So music is number one thing
Hmm.
that make one festival. Then
Okay.
then we're gonna have the installations, okay, and there are different kinds of festivals. There are the festivals where the people go to have fun, and there are the
Hmm.
festivals where the people go to learn,
Hmm.
okay. Those I will say then the instructors. So these three things, if you put it together, right? So I would say nice instructor, nice music means to these, and nice installations are the basic things to make a festival good. And I always have this conversation with actually with instructors about it because that I only know like maybe 2 3 festivals where the people just go to learn.
Hmm. Hmm.
Man, the one thing that everybody goes to the festival is to dance. So let's say, right, you have a crowd, okay, for the 1,000 full passes you can sell in one event. I would say 60% of the people are going to just for the parties. 40% are going to the workshop, but also for the parties. So we say almost everybody are going to the parties. Maybe that you have 10% of the people that just go to workshops and go to sleep right away because they want to be ready for the workshops. So I would say
Hmm.
once again that music, like music and nice installation, is something that I can make your festival or can destroy it. Even if you have bad workshops in your festival because the artists are bad or they have a bad day, if the party at the night is good enough, the people will forget the bitter flavor about the workshops.
This is also my thought, as an organizer, because I was always used to get a big lineup, passionate about the dancers' art and so on. And I think I have a feeling that it doesn't really matter so much. I mean, of course, you need some instructors, right? You need to keep people busy during the day. They need to hope that they can dance with the instructors at night. But I have a feeling that they're losing a value in an event.
Well, that is, there is a really controversial thing because the thing is that without instructors, you won't have people. Um, if you don't have instructors, right? If you don't have instructors, you won't have people dancing. So we DJs won't have the opportunity to play for anyone, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so um, instructors are maybe the most important thing in the dance community once again because they are creating generation of generations of dancers.
Mm.
So that make the clubs full. I can tell you, we have big parties in where I live here in Frankfurt,
Mhm.
but what we are missing sometimes are instructors creating more dances and more community. So, but then we have to make a difference. Are festivals the place to learn and create community? Yes or no? Because I will believe the main job of instructor, once again, is to create community. So then the local teachers, the local communities, who are the ones creating and really teaching,
Mhm.
because you cannot learn dancing just going to festivals.
Yes, it's
You
just an
learn
inspiration.
is
Just
inspiration. You learn new things. You learn new techniques. You improve your
Mhm.
basis, okay? But literally learning how to dance, you learn locally with that local
Yes.
teacher, okay? And then you improve your dance, you learn new techniques, new figures, new combinations at festivals. So for me the festivals, it becomes like the celebration of of our social dance community, and we
Mhm.
celebrate all together what we are. We celebrate the artists we have, so they go and teach you like really new things, new techniques, new expertise to you. And they
Mhm.
are also there to motivate the people. You see, there are artists that the people just go because they want to meet them, they want to dance with them, they want a picture with them, because they are like the
Mhm.
idols of our social dance community. So
Mhm.
it's still a big motivation. They are the ones selling the full passes. That is what it is. You need those artists because it is nowadays that maybe few DJs are pulling and selling full passes, but instructors, they are the ones keep selling full passes. But this is true and it's real when we say that the most important thing about the event is the music at the party, because otherwise
Mhm.
the things goes off. We just explain it, we just say it.
Mhm.
So and then I don't know which is um, 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 I don't know which is a perfect formula. I will say that everybody is important, and sometimes, especially in the past, not nowadays, the DJs and the music world kind of put it to a second place. You are one that you like to invest in DJs.
Mhm.
For you, I know that music is important in festival because you have no problem investing in DJs. But then you see
Mhm.
other events, festivals, where they neglect to invest in DJs, or
Mhm.
they don't handle the DJs as they should be. And for me, it's really sad knowing what we just talked about it, that the importance of the music and an event, right? So, well,
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah, it's. I mean, the world is changing. The wars and so on. And I also kind of I'm trying to rethink my concepts because I always wanted the A game instructors, but I kind of have a feeling that there is not really much reaction. That like for people, they want some names, but it could be A game, B game, C game.
It's called
Uh,
the man, girl. It's called the man. It's because I remember 2016, 2015. We used to have one big festival at a month, one big
yeah.
festival every 2 weeks. Now we have sometimes two to three, sometimes even three big events happening the same weekend. So
Mm.
there is so much demand that the people are also giving them the opportunities to know other artists. Maybe they are not that famous, but let me just get to know them, and
Mhm.
then they go and
Mhm.
see them and say like, but these people is great as well,
Mhm.
so they become fan of them as well. Or
I
maybe
have a
they,
feeling that in Spain you have so many teachers produced like every week, every month, right? I mean, they just need their marketing, they just need videos, and it's crazy how
well, that is
crazy.
that is other topic, right? We are talking now to really to about the fake it until you make it. That is bad thing for the business. So if you're talking right now about the people that have 1 month dancing and now they're
No, no,
teaching,
that's too much. But I'm saying just in Spain because the level is so high and people
yes,
learn
no.
from the best. Then if you have a talented student, then very soon they can become pros. They're gonna look good on videos, and then they build their own brand. And then you have another famous couple because the famous couple that you just started working with 2 years ago is unavailable or charges three times as much, right?
But you're just saying you're just saying something there. Well, if we get into that topic, well, are then these couples are being created by the demand or because they are offering themselves? What I mean then is, as you say, sometimes festivals they want to showcase a big lineup, but the top names, the one that are the favorites in the social dance community, are booked. So now you are left to with an empty lineup, and you need to get some names, put it them, and put it big because it's advertising. You have to make it right.
Yes.
So then we are creating that way new dancers. Well, I don't know. That is a tricky topic there. It's really complicated what
Yeah,
is happening right now.
yeah. I mean, also, I am wondering how much can our market take? You know, constantly new events are. I guess more people are dancing, right? So there is more demand for all this. Yeah, I mean, there are weekenders, right? I remember when elSol was always super special because of the lineup in Poland, and now everyone can get a bachata couple from Spain, organize a weekend, right? So you have access every week.
That I feel you, Anya, when you speak about it. I know exactly what you mean. Almost everybody here in the chat, I guess, I know exactly what you mean. So I would say so. I am a true believer of competition, and that competitions make the things grow, and
Exactly.
also should motivate you to give the best out of you.
Mm.
And I also say, talking about these old couples that are appearing, and also DJs and artists, and also on events, that at the end of the day is the market who decide and are going
Mm.
to decide. I can have my opinion about that this product is better than this product. I can say so. We can speak hours about which is better, if iPhone or Android. We can speak hours about it. I can
Mm.
talk to you as an engineer point of view. I can talk to you as a user. But at the end of the day, it's not my knowledge about engineering who is going to say which is better, or which will be best, should be the
Mm.
best seller. Is the market who decided, and I cannot control that, because those
Mm.
are humans' decisions that they belong to every single individual. So when it comes about, when people say that, yeah, because this dance couple have just 1 month in the market and check out is sold out, well, yeah, it can bother you, but at the end of the day, it's the market who decided. So if the market like it, you cannot do anything about it. So first, just my
Yeah.
thought about
I
it.
mean, I don't even, it's not really my subject because I don't sell myself as a dancer
No, no, no. But
or
I
anything.
know.
Yeah.
But let's talk
Yeah.
now about events, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if we talk now about events, for me, we'll say like, okay, you have three festivals happening at the same time. We have right now elSol happening
Mm.
in now in November, and in the same weekend we have a festival B or C. Then why should people come to Seoul? Then is the time that, as Anya from Seoul should advertise all what Seoul means. Seoul means a festival that have many years delivering quality. We always invest in amazing lineup, in a very in an amazing venue. The venue that you have this year is something crazy, out of the world. So that is putting value to your event, that the people will eventually, if they are smart enough, hopefully keep coming to you. And I mean, the proof is that
Mhm.
they have been being behind you, like the lights you put in the stage. How many events have shows, and
But you
you,
see, this is the thing. I don't think people care about that so much. Once they're in it, they
they got
will
it.
see. Okay, okay. But when you're getting your customer, then they don't know that, and they don't know it can be different.
That is true. Definitely, they need to
I'm
come
not
to live
sure.
it.
Yeah, I'm not sure that people care about this. What is it that people care about? The lowest price. Accessibility.
Well, I would say so, and I would put it here. They will always love people that love cheap,
Yeah.
and well, I don't believe in cheap things. Cheap things are they are not good enough. They break easily. They can give you really bad surprises,
Hmm.
and that is what happened when
I
you buy cheap.
myself, also, I swear to God, I would like to do a budget festival and sleep in peace, but I can't. I mean, what am I gonna do? Put less speakers in, I don't know, not give any lighting. I hate when the room for dancing has just white lighting, like conference. They do this a lot now. It's either dark at night, black, or full light on during the day. And but this also seems to be enough, for
No,
people.
No, really, I can't. I really feel you. I really feel you where you're
Yeah.
coming from. But I believe me also when I speak to people, right? And the people does come to you and ask you, "Hey DJ, hey DJ George, can you recommend me some festival for next year?" And first of all, I are going to recommend those ones that deliver quality. And this is not because it's me. If we are in a big table with artists and no artists,
Mhm.
it's really funny how everybody agrees on the same events to recommend, and it means something why we are recommending those events. Yes, we need to go there, you need to be there to understand why you like these events,
Mhm.
but of course the people come and you tell me, let's do it on Saturday during the shows. Hey people, raise your hands if you have been here last year, 2 years ago,
Mhm.
3 years ago, 10 years ago. So you will see how the people
They
repeatedly
rotate.
still coming, okay,
Okay.
is repeatedly still coming and bringing people. So yes, Anya, that quality, please don't. If elSol, come on, recognize it. elSol is not because luck, it's because you are doing things properly, which it means
Mhm.
investion. It is true there is a lot of people that they don't care about quality at all, and they just like to dance in an open air dance party, and
Mhm.
that destroy the community. Because yes, you have, for example, one organizer investing in a really nice couple from Barcelona, paying the flight tickets, all cache, hotels and everything, for to give something to the community, like, hey, look it out,
Mhm.
come and enjoy it. And then you have another guy doing an open air party with a box this small, and it's full of people, and it hurts, and it's really
Mhm.
stupid, and that really bothered me. And I should also say that most of the people that go to these parties are beginners, that they
Mhm.
don't haven't understand yet the value that is being offered to them. So
Mhm.
that is a big true. I am a really
You know,
against
sometimes
such kind of parties.
I I think that in the social dance community that we move around, because salsa, for instance, is a originated as a street dance, right? Bachata as well. So there is certain in the DNA of these dances. There's a certain conviction that it's street casuals out of passion, because when you go to ballroom community, people are used to paying for classes, right? Pay for privates, pay for events, everybody dresses, everybody buys expensive clothes, right? Shoes, because the idea is that this is a very elite, right, hobby. And I have a feeling that a lot of the times, when we charge, when we deliver the professional dance quality to the street dances, right, that we do, salsa, bachata, kizomba, that it's sometimes it clashes, because people have this conviction that this should be out of passion and it shouldn't be that expensive, right? And it's tough, because it still is out of passion and it is out of love.
No, girl.
Um,
Let's agree to disagree on that, and I will drop you some thoughts about
okay.
this. I will. We need to read the comments.
Yes, because we have a lot. Yes, someone
So,
saying they want to join elSol. Please join elSol. It's going to be amazing in 10 days. You can also join elSol Bachata Festival next year. I love you, Jose York. We want to come visit elSol. Uh, Saludos desde Perú. DJ York, I miss you. Viva la bachata, dice. Uh, Actually, as also, we're also doing another event in March. It's Salsa Bachata event in Warsaw, all in one venue. So you can also check that one out.
please go ahead. No, people out there, there's some
Your
people here.
haircut, York, it's the
It's, it's,
star of
it's
this
creating
talk.
passion. My haircut. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, so check this out. I wanna hear about the comments of the people about what I'm about to say.
Hmm.
I would say that there's a lot of free concept parties without budget, and the people not being willing to pay for the price that a party requires or for quality. That is on us. We told that to the people in the past, and now we are trying to repair that mistake. Check this out, and let me think what you think. First of all, Latin dances. I don't know about Kizomba. We'll talk about bachata and salsa.
Hmm.
Latin dances, bachata and salsa come from Latin community. So I am Latino, so let's believe that I know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
First of all, we play mostly when we celebrate party. Yes, we play salsa and bachata for free at our home, and we dance in the kitchen and we dance in the bathroom. But when we really dance and we reunite each other to dance is our, let's say, birthdays, weddings, whatever and so on. On those places, you don't come and show up with your shirt. You dress your best clothes because we are Latinos. We like to show off.
Mm.
So you wear your best clothing to that birthday party, to that wedding. So no comfortable, no, we dress up. Then we talk about places where we need to pay to dance. With the places that we really go and dance are clubs. And clubs are places where we need to pay to dance. So we in
And
Latin
then
America
also pay for a drink
pay the drink.
or bottle of rum to get a table, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So then, okay, Jose, you're talking about Venezuela. What are you talking about? Well, I can tell you that big names and artists and the social dance community where it was coming from were coming from clubs, for example, in Madrid that used to play music for Latinos. So there, this social dance community started to grow up from there. Like artists from Gabi and Steffi used to go to places like in Azúcar in Spain, pay his entry and dance and party. So in Spain, you can, at that time, at least, you cannot, first of all, you cannot get into clubs with ugly clothing or comfortable clothing. Okay. You need to
Mm.
dress up, otherwise, you don't get in and you need to pay for it. So those was the beginning. Okay. We're talking about Latin clubs with Latin music. And then the social dance community, the social dance appeared. In that moment there was two things created, still this club concept, and there was still people that start doing things for free, either because they have big jobs with big payment, so they don't live from it, so they can do things as a hobby and they don't care about it. Okay, first reason. Other people because they say like, oh, yes, because passion, I want to do this for free. This is also they belong to the first reason. The second reason is bad competition. Hey, I have this guy having this party for 10 euros. I want to open my party and I want all the crowd, so I will give it for 5 euros. So that brings us to the prices that we have nowadays.
Mhm.
So we
Mm.
tell people that you can come to to a party, to a salsa party, and you can either pay just 5 euros or you can get it for free. Then the same people on their way back home after enjoying 5 hours of amazing music, amazing floor, a conditioned air, in an amazing venue. They pay 5 euros for that or for free because 5 euros is too much. They complain. But
Yeah.
on the way back home, they stop in McDonald's and they pay 20 euros for $20 for a burger.
Mm.
So it's not that the people have not the money to pay it, it's we told them that they can get quality for that cheap price. Same people go on the weekends to party in another clubs, maybe a hip hop club, and they pay $20 just to get into the club. So
Mm.
it's not that we don't have the money. We have the money. During the
Yeah.
pandemic, you saw it. There was these clandestine parties going on. The same community that was complaining to pay 5 euros for a party was paying 25 to 30 euros to get into clubs. To dance bachata and salsa and bachata in this private party. So the people have the money. We just told them that we are cheap, and that is that all of that, also in festivals, bad competitions about between festivals, having organizers that like you, like investing in quality and asking for a fair price for the product, and others basically not paying artists at the end of the festival because they were selling the full pass for 10 euros, so they don't have enough money in their pocket to pay the
Wow.
festivals, to pay the artists, and then they basically run away with the money on the pockets of the doubts in their pockets. So
Mm.
all of that, we damage our own community. And now what is happening, what you are saying, you say at the beginning, like, yeah, because the artists are rising the price up so much. And I don't know if the market can handle this.
Mm.
It can still handle if we start charging the people for the price that it should be paid. I'm not talking
Mm.
about asking for I can be honest. I know people doesn't know about it, but it is sad to have organizers working the ass off the whole year for an event and going at the end of the event after delivering quality and amazing event, having 0 euros on the pocket, or even
Or
having
minus,
losses on a
and
minus.
minus like hundreds of thousands of euros, because this
It
is
hurt my ass off.
cheap.
It really, it hurt me because I don't want to go to an event and I do my job because I do my job. I give it everything. I do my animations. I play my whole night long. I dance all night long. I get my money and I get the money on my pocket. I'm good with it. But the organizer who is um, created the platform for me to work is having zero and minus. And that is most of the cases, not because the festival was empty, because the festivals are usually pretty crowded, is because the price doesn't match
Yeah.
what you are given.
No, this is, I mean, this is, you know, you almost got me said, because this is something that I'm experiencing now, which I hope is a phase, but definitely elSol is considered too expensive. And it's crazy because financially, you know, at the background, it's not even financed. Like, we're not even close to zero, right? We're going to do the event, people are going to have an amazing time. And I'm looking for the perfect strategy. I mean, definitely dropping the prices, right? The traveling has become also more expensive for
Also,
people.
yeah, that
Yeah,
that
yeah, the flights, etc. So I think I need to put the prices adequate for the Polish community, because I used to focus on internationals, but now, you know, Israel cannot travel. We lost Russians, Ukrainians, right, because of the conflict. Like, the world is not a stable place. So that's my job, to redefinition a bit of who the customer is. But speaking of these free parties, you know, I have to share an experience, because I used to run local nights here once a month. It was like a 3-floor salsa bachata kizomba in a big studio. Before COVID, it had like between 300 500 people. It was a studio, but with a really good sound system and with a bar, etc. And then in COVID, people got used to dancing in their own dance schools, right? So when I came back after COVID with this project, I would bring an international DJ. Manuel Chitro came once,
my brother.
Alexio. uh, and then, you know, I had like 150 people in the party, maybe 200. It paid for the costs. It was okay, but I was super stressed because I didn't know if people would show up to this party, and it kind of embarrassed me to bring an international DJ, you know, to play for, I don't know, 20 people on his floor, or 15, right? It wasn't the energy that I expected. And then uh, when I spoke to people, you know, because I raised the price from 5 to 7 euros, that it's too much, right? And then I'm thinking, 7 euros. I mean, how much do you pay for your latte at Starbucks? You know, you go drink half of it, throw away the rest. And here you have an international DJ that I flew, that I paid for the hotel, for the food, other DJs, sound, service, drinks, and this is too much. I don't know how to do it any cheaper. You know, it doesn't make sense. And then, but the problem is that the majority of the community was already raised in COVID to party in their own dance schools. So for people, something that is an advantage for me, a bar, when you can, you know, dress elegant, go to the bar, order a drink with glass and ice, right? That people will prefer. I heard someone complain, they prefer to bring their own bottle of vodka into a dance studio for 5 euros, because they can drink with no limits, dance in a, you know, hot place with poor lighting. Uh, but when I heard this, it kind of, you know, it dawned on me that my needs are not exactly the crowd's needs,
No,
or
no.
not here. You know.
Well, let's just break
Yeah.
it down. Also, just I think one thing that I have in mind, that
Mhm.
just to explain a little bit what was already explained. Um, I am not talking about basically uncontrollable increasing the prices of things when it comes about the pool pass. It's
Mhm.
also the people need to understand that having a lineup with 30 artists have certain price. And it
Mhm.
is, because those are the costs. I wish one day one organizer could basically make an Excel sheet of their costs.
I have one. It's just not
I'm
public.
sorry, yeah, we cannot probably because of privacy things about all
Yeah.
whatever is
Yeah.
inside. But so the people understand at the end of the day and see, okay, wow, okay, now I understand. Because to make that full pass cheaper, then you will have to take people out of that lineup,
Mm.
or you have to go with a cheaper venue that doesn't have that nicer dance floor, that is doesn't have that proper AC installation. So it's not that no. you have to pay this price because everybody wants to make money out of it. No, it's like, though, just understand that this has a price, this lineup has a price, this venue has a price, my hours behind a computer, my hours answering phone calls,
The
my
team,
stress,
my team, my
all
team.
the team behind it has a cost. And that's why you want this festival of this kind, this costs so much.
Mhm.
You cannot pay that much, well, then this other option over here with a smaller lineup and this concept and this
Mhm.
concept and this
Mhm.
concept. So just about that. And especially when you say like, well, I understand you when you say like, okay, these prices are too high for Poland, so I have to work, okay, in order
Mhm.
to find a formula that it will be payable for the Polish
Mhm.
crowd. That makes sense.
Mhm.
But now you're talking about even a crazy example when you say that, hey, how much do you pay for your latte at the Starbucks,
Mhm.
right? That is other thing. We are not talking about this is
How
too
much
much.
do you pay for a massage? You go for a massage, 150 euros. You cannot pay for a VIP pass, 200 euros. You know, that includes 4 nights of dancing. You're
Well, no, for
gonna go
that.
for 1 hour for a massage. You're gonna spend half of that.
So that is something that we need to learn as a community, and also learn that once again, it's not even about making money. Um, it is even about helping our own community. Once again,
Yeah.
if you go to places like, once again, Barcelona, let's talk about
Hmm.
Barcelona. Okay, Barcelona, you have amazing nights every single day in a week, even multiple clubs or multiple parties in one day
Hmm.
of the club. The social dance level is great. The installations are great. And that is because the community is investing on themselves. You are paying for that party. The organizer have more money to bring more artists to that
Mm.
party. More artists can work, so that more artists created. More competition around the market, so everybody want to improve. So they are the next to be booked. So when you have people in Poland investing money to bring better instructors, to bring better DJs, so that maybe the DJs on their country they are inspired for the one like, hey,
Mm.
Manochito, let me hear to what Manochito plays. And he heard, okay, he playing this kind of music that I don't play, and he learn a lot of new music. So then you make a party with new artists. They go and dance all night long. Those local artists go and pay private to that artist, so they learn a little bit more from them, and they improve their own community. Everybody take benefit out of it.
Yes, I think we could. What's the problem is that we could think more as a community. You know that I do this because I like this way of life. You know, the organizing events. It feeds my passion, my also international needs. Like I live in Warsaw, but I feel like I'm connected to the world just doing the work, right, with international people all the time. Yes, I want to make money of this because I maintain two of my kids. You know, it is my company, it is my effort. So it doesn't mean, and then people will think, okay, she's a greedy bitch, right? uh, I'm doing something for me, for the community, for all of us to enjoy. I'm giving a lot of people work, local people, you know, international people. And I think if we were thinking more as a community about this, you know, that we're cooperating and serving each other's needs, it will be less rivalry and anger, because I'm not against the community. I don't put the prices just to piss people off. There
And
is a misconception sometimes, as if,
yeah,
I
that's
guess, but this is the role of an entrepreneur, I think, in every field.
it's always uncomfortable because the kind of things always it takes to uncomfortable situation. But the only thing that I can only say to the people is that if we really love what we have, if we really love with this community, what we have is really special. Then understand that we need to invest in ourselves, and you, by you going to a party, and if that
Mm.
party is giving you something that you like, and you like that quality, you like what you're getting from that party, then pay for it. Don't bring your bottles of water in your backpack so the people don't see it, so you don't drink water from that. Don't go to the
Mm.
bathroom and drink from the tap water.
Oh, by the
Uh,
way, at elSol, you can bring in water at night, and during the day you can bring in water to the venue. Just water, no soft drinks, no
uh,
alcohol,
I
but
listen that you
water.
can do that, but I
Yeah.
understand. I remember, is you see also that is one through. You see big parties in really nice clubs in Spain, in France, in Italy, and that is because their community there drink
They
alcohol.
consume, yes, they support the venue.
Yes, they consume. No, they drink alcohol. Let's put it in plain words so everybody understand. And the thing is that if we want to organize a party in a club, I will say, hey, you club owner, that you have a fully venue and amaze this every Friday here with people that dance to reggaeton and consume 100,000
Mhm.
euros a night. Would you please give me your venue because I want to do an amazing salsa party because I believe my bachateros and bachateras, they have to enjoy an amazing party and an amazing video. They deserve it because I love them. That
Mhm.
owner will tell me, yes, let's do it. And he do it the first night and to come to realize that the people prefer to be thirsty and thirst to death without
And
drinking
drink
water
water in the
on
toilets.
the toilet than just pay for a Coca-Cola there. So there was going to be the first and last time that that corner is gonna open the doors to me, for me
Or
and my
the
crowd.
alternative for him would be to charge, okay, if you don't drink, then let me charge you 50 euros so that I make up for the money, right? But then they say, no, it's too expensive. I
It's
mean,
too
you're crazy.
expensive. It's too expensive. So
Oh, okay. I
yes,
have here a comment. This year we chose not to go to Poland because the prices are going up. Prices of the festival, or prices of accommodation, or prices of flights? Because this is interesting. Someone is giving us real
I
feedback.
understand the people because
Hmm.
if you make numbers, let's be
Yeah,
straight. Like big festival internationally is not for everyone, or it cannot be something that you do every single weekend.
yeah, yeah.
If you add numbers for the people, sometimes a weekend in a festival is close to 1,000 or over
Like a
1,000
like
euros.
a holiday. It's like a week holiday.
Yes. So sorry that the internet is
Hmm.
broken. I don't know if it's on my side or on yours.
Okay. Mhm.
And the people in Facebook still work. Okay, sorry, we are back.
Okay,
So
here G. Rod Pena is saying, okay, the total amount. So now my question is, if the full pass was 50 euros cheaper, would that solve your issue of the general cost? Because this is also my question. If I lower the prices, would that really change something, right? Considering the full expense.
pay your internet, Falco. Dímelo, Falco. Saludos, Alan. Sí,
I
no,
think you had a
papi.
call, no? Mm.
No. Que me estoy robando el internet del vecino, papá. Mira, so including flights, hotel, etc. Yes,
Yeah,
totally agree
yeah.
with you. Because I know you. I know, Rod. What you're talking
Hmm.
is real. I mean, we are always comparing. I'm talking about going to a hip hop club in your city. Of course, you don't have to pay a hotel for that. You don't need to pay a flight ticket for that.
Hmm.
And the true area is, of course, when you say like, if I put my full pass 50 euros lower, it make a difference if you have other festival, okay, in the same weekend, which you have to pay the same costs for the flight ticket and the hotel,
Hmm.
but now your full pass is cheaper than them. Then yes, make a difference once again.
But come on, how can also full pass be cheaper than another event that has I don't know 30% of the lineup? It's also ridiculous.
Yes, but we're just talking. We are not talking
Yeah,
about. We are just talking about the numbers,
Jen.
okay?
Yes, yes,
Yes, because maybe
okay.
the venue is cheaper, and that's why they can have a cheaper low
Yeah,
gas
yeah,
because they are
yeah.
in their country where the
Mm-hmm.
festival is happening is cheaper than yours. So that is true, and also I understand the people nowadays after the pandemic, because you need to buy the flight tickets
Mm-hmm.
for us.
Yes,
The
yes.
flight tickets have grown up
Crazy.
30 to 50% in some cases in
Or double,
comparison, or
even
double
double.
in some
Mm-hmm.
cases. So I understand the situation right now is not easy. But what I want also the people to understand is that you are not crazy increasing the prices because you organizers want to make more money out of it. Though most of you are not making money. So
Yes, I'm not making money since COVID. It's no money for me. I'm just maintaining the
this is
flow because I believe in the future.
Well,
Hit
this is here. I
inflation.
think inflation is hitting everyone and may accept the fact that it may can you go to more festivals. Yeah, that is
Mm.
true. What
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
when I say thank you so much, CLA Claston
Mm.
one whatever. Change your name. Thank you. Kidding. Um, is
Mm.
a complicated situation right now, definitely. And I believe maybe we are not feeling right now how many people we are missing in the festivals that cannot afford it anymore because the bachata community is growing crazy right now.
Mm.
I don't know about the salsa community because I am not
Salsa
that close.
community is not growing.
It's not growing, but salsa
Mm,
is
mm,
now bachata becoming mainstream. More people are knowing about
mhm,
bachata, so definitely it's growing up. So we have more offer, which is good for everyone.
mm.
But inflation is also hitting. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Please, I hope that, I mean, if the wars could finish and we could go back to prosperity.
Please. But the solution once again is not for you to go lowering the prices. No,
You
no,
see,
no.
this is what I would really like to hear from Rod, because these are also my thoughts. I understand this whole thing. I also don't really travel that much because it's also a crazy expense. But if you could have all of this 50 euros cheaper, would you come? This is what I would like to know, because
Mm,
maybe this is not the strategy, right?
yeah.
And
The thing is also, and that is so true that in Spain used to have no used to have no. If you go really early in history to Spain, they have a proper price to full passes. Then they went really, really, really low. Or some
I
people
remember they had full passes for like 30 euros for big
that
festivals.
was so some
Yeah.
people damaging the community and pushing everybody to go really
But
crazy
it's
low on the
also
prices.
crazy. In Spain, you can bring your artist by train or by car, right? You can bring them for one night. I mean, it's another story. It's
Yeah, but beside that, what I want to say that is for now, if you go to prices for full prices and full passes in Spain, they're up. They're comparable now to all other festivals around Europe. They are not
Mhm.
big festivals, proper festivals, the festivals that are full, festivals that I would say they are the top 10 when it comes at least bachata. Sorry, salseros community, I love you. You know that I'm salsero from corazon, but I don't visit many salsa festivals nowadays. So that's why I need to talk about bachata festivals. They are
Mhm.
they put the prices up, and they put the prices up because otherwise they cannot deliver the events that the people want to have, or the people that the events that the people have right now. I prefer
Mhm.
quality. I prefer a
Oh,
quality festival
Hassan.
than cheaper pass. Yeah.
So, Hassan, are you coming to El Sol then? It's Evgeny saying it's very expensive for Russians to travel worldwide nowadays as much as we want to. I understand. This is why I'm saying we lost the East. And yeah, I mean, we all suffer, right? So we lost Russia, Ukraine, and Belarus. We only have
Yes.
several Ukrainians that probably live here.
Falco, we say exactly the same thing. Falco, Spain say that Falco say that people they don't want to pay for the festival; they want to pay for sure for 200 euros. We say exactly the same thing, talking about people don't willing to pay 7 euros for a party, but with international DJs and international artists, but willing to pay 7 euros for a Starbucks. Totally agree with you, Falco. That is also true. But we are not right now.
Mm.
We are not talking about that people that we know that they are basically like cheap, or they want to have everything for cheap or for no money. We're talking about the real situation of which should be now the price of the festival
Yeah, the
and
economy.
the economy.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Rod, for clarifying that the decision was generally financial, and because this is also what I'm trying to hear different perspectives, and so that I know what to do for next year. Mm. So I'm glad you don't think that Sol is overpriced. This year I have been to many festivals, and recently I've been to a festival that sound system was really bad. Well, I mean, for me, for instance, I have a huge bill for the technical part to pay. It's crazy. It's almost as much as the venue, because these are huge spaces. I cannot put less sound in it, okay? Because I have less people. What am I gonna do? There's gonna be echo. I cannot save on that. So that is something I will never compromise. I mean, it costs a lot of money. And then some people say, okay, I don't want to be in debt. Let's just cut this, and then you have lower sound.
Yeah.
So
The, it is what it is. Quality has a price. I should say that the events where I have been attending this year, 99% of the events. I don't remember one event that I have been DJing this year that it wasn't good enough when it comes about the venue and the audio, and that is because those organizers are learning that they have to invest in quality, and otherwise the competition, okay, are going to take over, and that is what it is
yeah,
for sure.
how could the community help to keep the festivals alive with good quality and good price? Well, I think we should be educating as teachers the community to invest, I don't know, save up money, save up for this festival. Okay, like let's not lie, it is expensive. It is a bit expensive for everyone, but there are people from China who are coming, who save up because they find this special, and make an effort. It's like, I think, and really explaining the sense of being inspired by worldwide community exchange of energy, um, so that people can feel the need.
Watching from Swedish Society, Detroit, Michigan. Hi, Drena, Ross. Thank you for watching. So then, I would say we are. I also believe that we are talking right now, like we have a conversation, philosophical conversation. I don't know, uh, because at the end of the day, you know that whatever we do, there will always people that like cheap. There will always people that like quality. There are always people that will be willing to pay quality because they enjoy quality, and there are people that like cheap and they are
That's
cool
true.
with cheap. And it's what it is. There are things in my life that I do like to pay a lot of money. For example, when it comes about food and technology, I don't care. Is food good? I pay for it. Is technology good? I pay for it. And there are other things that I don't care. When it comes, for example, which kind of paper I put into my printer. Well, please give me the cheapest one because I don't
Mm.
care about it. So,
Mm.
at the end of the day, we're gonna have all of that in the market. Um, but I hope, I have the hope, and we need to continue doing this to basically teach the people to help the people understand that quality also in the social dance community means money. That quality in social dance community is no different to quality in technology, to quality in
Everybody loves
dancing.
an iPhone. I think, I mean, a lot of users are going to have an iPhone, right? It's an expensive phone, but people take it in a contract, right? And pay the interest, right? The payments for, I don't know,
Yo,
24.
well, in Brazil, I will tell you, in Brazil, I heard for the very first time in Brazil about this. And another country, I don't remember the country right now, but in
Doesn't
Brazil,
matter. Mhm.
the organizer give the opportunity to the people to pay their full pass
In interest. Yes.
over the whole year.
I love that. I want to find a technical solution for this. This is nice.
So this is really nice because then you are helping the people that cannot
Save up.
afford
Yeah.
the
Mhm.
festival at once.
Yeah.
That is really a really inclusive
Just like,
way
speaking of
doing.
iPhone, just like iStore has, right? You can
Yes,
also take
yes.
like a little loan.
So
Yeah,
Falco
that
say
makes
here
sense.
they have the president, but now the prices for everything work. So what if you want quality? Yes, exactly that, Falco. If you want quality, you need to pay for that. The thing is,
Hmm.
also going are you worried and declining to the politics of other stances? Do you think salsa is good? There or you? Okay. This is another
Um,
topic. We can talk about it.
I think it's also a question for me. So elSol is always like the paradise for salseros, with the bands and so on. So Salsa Pass is the best-selling pass for our events, also the VIP pass. But I think generally the popularity of salsa is declining. It's less popular. Music is more difficult to people. I don't really teach anymore, so I must say I'm a lover of all dances. It's not like I'm gonna be defending salsa. Let's keep salsa alive, and just do everything out of passion. And I'm also passionate about kizomba and about Brazilian zouk and about bachata. So we just need to observe. Like for instance, this year, which is a proper huge edition of elSol after COVID and after all the limitations, we're gonna see what's the turnout.
Well, you know that I don't believe I don't believe that salsa is going to disappear, and
It's not going to. This is the essence of Latin culture. It's not going to disappear.
is not going to disappear.
I think it's a phase just now, with the new trend of bachata and dance schools.
For me, it's everything about tendencies and times and cycles,
Mm.
and of course, there is not. This is not what I'm saying. Is not for the salsa community to be closing their arms and saying to themselves, "Okay, let's wait until the bachata wave goes away." So we no. it's also a call up to tell you, hey, maybe it's time for you to reinvent yourself. Maybe it's time for you to change something about it. Maybe
Mm.
to create a new tendency in your community. That definitely is. Maybe this is a wake up call, or maybe it's a motivation for you to say, well, like, wow, we never thought that a social dance can be that big,
Mm.
because with the numbers that we are seeing right now in bachata, I don't know if salsa never have those kind of numbers.
I think it's the club vibe and the music. It's like dancing to club
No,
music. But just
I don't even get into that. I don't get
yeah.
into the raw sense. For me right now, it's just to stay with how big the market can be
Mm.
for a social dance style, and how big are the
Yeah.
opportunities to every one of us. So I'm talking about salsa, bachata, souk, kizomba. Basically, I think bachata is showing everybody else like how big can
Yes.
be our community, and that should be used as a motivation for any other
Mm.
dance to try to get to that market as well,
Yes. I
and
mean,
try to
it's
accomplish that.
inspiring. It is inspiring.
I,
The
I
amount of
think I think should be.
marketing effort, demos, fashion. It's like it's more popular because like bachateros really put a lot of effort into this. Putting on matching clothes and so on. It's
Well, definitely, I don't. We know, um, because I'm not talking now about dancing. I'm talking about training. I'm talking about difficulty of the dance. I'm not talking about popularity of the dance. I'm not talking about what kind of music is more likely to humans or not. I will talk right now just about one thing and one thing only. Okay, please let's stay with that, because all the topics I would say they are more complex.
mm,
The one thing that I see definitely in the bachata community is that we realize from the beginning that marketing is really important, and we invest a lot of time, money in
mm,
marketing, and I believe that helps a lot the community to grow,
mm,
and marketing, to maybe to some people, comes like arrogant, comes like faking, looks like calling for help, like I am, ¿cómo se dice? Suplicar,
beg.
beg for attention. For marketing, for some people, looks like a beg of attention, and like you are begging for attention, and it's not. It's you are showing yourself, your product, to the market. At the end of the day, is the market who is going to decide if they like their product or not.
Mm.
And for me, when you talk about who do I become DJ York, I did a lot of marketing, of many different kinds of marketing, because I need to show my product at the
You
end.
also have the very like spontaneous, outgoing personality, which helps, for all the social media. And I think personality is a huge part of success, right? It's not just the skills.
And I should say that this personality was something that I create and develop.
Mhm.
I hope one of my teachers will join, and she will say if it's true or not. All my teachers were women. That's why I say she. She. I used to black out when I have to
Uh-huh.
speak in public. Literally, lights off, boom, gone. So I understand with the time and the kind of things that I used to like, that I need to go more in front, and I have to be comfortable in being in front. But with that, I'm not saying that everybody need to do the same. You can show up yourself in different ways. You can actually pay to someone to do the marketing for you if you don't feel good in
Mm.
doing marketing. But in to to make it nowadays, with the competition, with the offer you have out there, you have to market your product. If your product is is a festival, you have to market it. If your product is the way the clothes you wear to festivals, then you need to market it. If your product is that you believe that your way of teaching is better than anyone else, you need to market it. If you believe that your style is better than anyone else, you need to market it.
Hmm.
So that for me is one of the things that in the bachata community, organizers, instructors, DJs understand that it's really important, and we use it. So
Yeah, this
marketing.
is inspiring. Yeah, and social media marketing. Cuba and Tunisia, you can also pay by parts, the installments. That's the right word, right? Installments. Okay, let's read some more. If
Yes.
Farco is chipping in here. Rod, well, I know bachata and prefer to dance salsa, and most of the time, it's the only thing they dance. Right now, there's a lot of people learning salsa with us here in Germany. Well, that's good news.
Salsa is
Bachata
going
is
to
taking
continue.
over, but salsa will never die for sure. Yeah, Falco, salsa is going to continue like this because in salsa area we don't have a Benny or Justin Timberlake who's single. That single bachata. Well, this is something for Alexio. Alexio, are you hearing this or listening? I'm gonna tag you later. Please produce us a pop version of salsa with your bachateros. Make it salsa beat, make it easy, make it great for beginners. We really want that and need
Well,
that. A nice remix.
a nice remix. That is, well, that is the other topic that I don't want to get. Maybe we can do this regular basis.
Yes,
Next, maybe next
yes.
year, maybe next week we can talk about
Let's do that.
music in the community. But
Yeah.
the Iyapu dice, Iyapu Peralta, dímelo York, inspírame. So Iyapu Rombero, one of my favorite, definitely top three salsa DJs in the world. Love you, bro. So. That's why I wanted to stay with just marketing. But now I have a question for you and Falco here on the in the chat, and everyone else. Everyone else can answer. Please help me to answer the following question. Marketing, okay? Don't you believe that the salsa community damage themselves when they market a salsa dance as a more complicated, more complex dance than bachata? I am not talking about if it is or not. Once again, I don't
Mhm.
want to get if it is more
Mhm.
complicated or not. I'm talking about the way you market it. Because how come that every time that I listen someone that visit, for example, imagine this party in Frankfurt, my side is open, okay? I mean, the people working on the shopping center can see the party from outside, okay? We are
Mhm.
dancing in the middle. The people come close to me at the DJ or whatever is close to them. It's like, what are you doing? What is this dance? And then we say, like, wow, we're dancing bachata, we're dancing salsa. What I can learn, how can I learn this? And then the answer that you mostly heard from the people is, from bachata, for example, people say, you can start with bachata, it's really easy to start with. Salsa is more complicated. So if I am
There,
someone,
bang. That's done. That's done.
it's stupid.
Finish.
So if you are someone that have never danced any of those dances, okay, even if you like even salsa more, let's say, because you like the way they are dancing, but someone tell you that this one is easier, we humans, we are fall people. We are lazy people. So if you're telling me that this one is easiest and I'm getting to know the same people, I'm gonna to have the same fun and I'm gonna travel all around the world, where I'm gonna start with the easiest one. So I believe this marketing that no, we are not doing this in the bachata community. I heard this and I read this, and every single time the people are just talking about why salsa have less people than the other one
Mhm.
is because, and always say no, because salsa is more complex. For you to learn salsa, you need to do more. Don't market it that well, that way. That is my opinion. Once again, just talking
Because
about
it
marketing.
becomes like impossible to, there's so much to learn. And actually, if you get deep in any dance, like I went to a Zouk festival lately, and I realized that I don't have the lambada structures, that they do certain things because it's a way they do it, and I have to learn lambada in order to be better at Zouk. So it becomes clear to me when I go deep, but I'm already hooked. Like I already like the flow, right? So now I'm gonna invest more time when I have the opportunity to learn more. And I think in the past with salsa, this is what we did. Oh, it's really simple. Look, 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. I used to say that coming from ballet education, for me this was easy. The,
I
the hard
first,
part was to get
yes,
the groove.
completely
They
agree with
used to
you.
have in Germany the Schnupperkursen before a party, right? The like an open class. This is when I learned the basics, and I felt for a moment that that was enough. And yeah, that's true. And I think salseros, because they invested so much time, love, and passion, they kind of, because they want to feel important in their work, then in order to value themselves, then they say, okay, but we had to give this a lot more attention, it's harder, and in the end this message kills the numbers.
I think so. I also remember I told so many people, friends of mine in clubs, inviting like, hey, let's visit, come with me to salsa club. I will show you what it's all about. It's really easy. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Um, this is it.
Yeah,
In salsa, it's not easy, bro, because the young people don't like real salsa music pattern. In salsa, it's difficult to mix reggaeton, other music style. Young people. Then, papi, once again, I'm not talking about that, Falcon. We can talk about it. I can agree with you on that. I'm just talking about the way we marketing things, la manera que le damos propaganda cuando decimos, todos decimos de una manera un poco como frívola, que decimos, no, este baile es más complicado que el otro. Y yo escucho eso. I heard this a lot from salsa, from salseros, that when they say that salsa is more complicated than bachata, it may be. I'm not talking about it. I'm just talking the way you market yourself. Just saying that. And if you say that in salsa community we are not marketing salsa like that way, then I am completely wrong. I'm
yeah.
okay with it. It's just my feeling.
Let's read more. Rod, well, I know bachata and prefer to dance salsa the most of the time. Okay, sorry. This is what he said that some people don't want to dance sensual, and this is why they do salsa. Okay. Um, then, wait, I lost some comments. Most of the people that come to dance with us because they do not like sensual bachata. Most of our market is Americans or people living in Germany. Okay, hola hermano. What I told everyone, if you can walk, you can dance salsa. Bachata videos have higher engagement. Yes, I think it's the drama, the passion, the intimacy of the dance.
Yes.
Salsa is typically faster, so maybe that's why people spread this message. That's why they have more marketing, and that's why it's number one. Falco and salsa is not easy, bro, because okay, you read that. Cualquier música danzada con sentidos en portugués. Tendremos una conversación sobre eso cuando nos vemos. You know what? I don't want to break salseros' hearts because I've been in salsa for 21 years, and I know I consider myself a salsera for many years. But for me, right now, I don't really want to have this conversation. Oh, is salsa dying? Is bachata taking over? Because it's like talking about the climate is changing.
Yes, yes.
We're like, I have a
If
beautiful sunny weather here, just on the verge of November. I mean, I love that because I don't have to wear those nasty winter clothes. But it kind of scares me because I don't know what it means to Africa. Are they hungry there? Droughts, no rain. If it's this warm here, so I don't. I always tell people, okay, let's just, because salseros have this tendency, that now there are a lot of salsa marathons and a lot of just purely salsa dedicated events that are. I think in a way, they feel superior or in their own crowd. And for me, I just want to follow what people need and what I'm passionate about. Concerts, live music, I love. I really wanted to bring a bachata singer in 2020. I already had Kevin Cosmos booked that year, but then COVID came, right? And I had to change all the plans. I am very happy contracting a kizomba singer and a bachata band. I just need money, so you guys have to just come back in the 5,000 numbers and pay for the pass so that I can finance all this. I don't really. I think it's not healthy, to do that, to get stuck, and that's like trying to stop a change. I mean, maybe we should
no,
think
no, no,
about
no,
this
no, no. Definitely.
creatively, and then okay, if salsa is less popular right now, then just let it go for a moment, right? Let's do what your heart tells you, and
Mira, I will say that there are different kind of people. One some
what I
artists.
want to say is that we cannot control the trends.
No,
Trends
no.
are bigger than us.
Yes,
Yeah.
trends are picking at us. That's why I say that don't take it as don't take it as a frustration. Don't take it as something that you cannot control. Maybe take it as an inspiration. Maybe take it as as an inspiration of what what you can accomplish, or or maybe the things that maybe they were out there and you didn't saw about it. Talking about numbers, and for me, at the end of the days, those are one event like yours. Most of the bands have 3 rooms. Most of the band, and even let's say Most of the
I
venues
have
have at
five.
least two. You have five rooms, crazy. You have even souk and everything, right? But let's say, only few events have just one style. Most of the events have two, and many events have three, at least three. And yours, you're crazy. You have five. But the thing is that many people, you know about this. Many people start with one dance, and maybe through that dance they discover other ones, and they
Mhm.
switch. So
Or they fuse, like I love dancing, for instance, salsa with dancers who have danced zouk or bachata because they fuse the movements. It can be a little more from the body, and then a crazy
we are
partner
talking,
work.
you are talking about the richness of your dance when
Yeah.
you learn different styles. I
Yes.
am a true
Yes.
believer of that.
Yeah.
I am a true believer of that. That from people that just focus on want to learn just one thing, I always tell them that you want to, you maybe you, I'm sure you are going to improve that dance you love the most if you learn a little bit about the
Yeah.
other ones. But
Yeah.
I'm talking about the marketing, the way that people crossing over. We bachateros, let's say, now being the trend and attracting people or the community is a benefit to everyone else, because it will means also that few of those bachateros are going to visit the salsa room and are going to fall in love with it, are going to
Hmm.
visit the kizomba room and are going to fall with it. So it's just that sometimes we put barriers in a community that
But I
we don't
think
need
this
to.
is a wake up call for the salsa community. If you have new people, dance with the new people. Ask them to dance. Don't act all arrogant. Like you're only gonna wait for the three skinniest and prettiest girls to spin them around like crazy. We all build a community together.
Those are the topics where I want to stay politically easy.
This is actually a lot of this. I like how he put it into words. Eddie Enrique, he's a Brazilian dancer, came to elSol last year, and he put a lot of these things into words, so it's also easy for me to define also the same things you're talking about. How we overcomplicate salsa and etc. So yeah, let's just all stay open. I love learning from other dances, because like I realized in my dance experience, for instance, when I got into kizomba, it completely opened up my pelvis. The elasticity that you have to gain in your spine to do those micro movements. They made my salsa movement richer, more 3D, more like Latinas are moving, because I started to use different muscles. And then zouk, is unblocking my upper body, the chest, so that I have more mobility here, because the dance forces you to. So then my whole body becomes more prepared, even for the salsa, or whatever I want to dance right now. And this is elSol is so versatile because this is how I think of dance.
Well, the one thing that I can tell you, no, not many people know about it, and the thing is, kizomba, listening to kizomba, dancing to kizomba, opened for me another level of listening to music or interpreting music. Basically, my musicality, my musicality changed. My way to interpret music changed
Mm-hmm.
when I came to kizomba rooms, to when I went to
Mm-hmm.
kizomba workshops. Is different the way they teach.
Yes.
Souk, I was for my very first time in a Souk event a couple of weeks ago. It changed. It changed
Mm-hmm.
so many things. The one Souk, for I didn't understand this, that in salsa, in bachata, we dance on the beat.
Yeah.
Okay, they say that we dance on the head of the beat.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then Souk people, they dance on the head or to the end of the
Yes.
beat.
Yes.
So they
Yes.
dance with a delay. So we dance
Yeah.
with, for example, if the sound is boom, we dance with
Mm-hmm.
the boom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
some people dance with the, not with the boom, but with the end of it. So it's gonna be like
Yes.
boom, and then they step on it. For
Yes.
us,
That's
we step
yeah.
on boom.
It's you put it into words so well, because kizomba is yet different. Do you also move with a certain, like the action is down, but you move with a certain swing also, so it's another way of stepping. I had to relearn my salsa way of stepping. Salsa, bachata are the same in this context. And then exactly in zouk, it's like I was too down. They kind of need that, like the beat is somewhere up, in the way they interpret the movement. So yeah,
And
and
for
then it
me,
gives you a lot of options.
they give you options. That is so nice. That is what we always say when I'm talking about when I give DJ workshops. The people are mostly ask me like really like, Jory, what do you think is needed to learn how to mix? And I told them like, in the social dance community, to learn how to mix is the less required skill of
Mm,
all.
mm,
Okay, you can do an amazing career by just being a music selector.
mm.
If your
That's
selection
true.
is good, you can be a
Hmm.
really famous international DJ.
Yes, and people
But
will love you. Mm.
and people will love you. But if you have more skills in your pocket, it can help you to create the difference. And I put them always in situations where they say like, oh, okay, maybe in that situation will be nice to know how to mix. For example, there are events in summer events, right? When the people is not when the DJ is not only required to play bachata and salsa, the DJ is also required to play like reggaeton in pool
Hmm.
parties. And then you have the DJs that they just play one reggaeton song and finish and that's it. And they have other DJs that they really go crazy with the DJ skills, and in the animation times they are mixing songs and creating new songs, and you see the people going crazy. So, and all the attention go in that moment to the DJ.
Yeah.
So once again, he has a plus. And when it come out the situation, I will say like, you are a DJ, right? And it happens, sometimes happens, that you put that song on that style that was too much. Okay,
Hmm.
you it happens that it was the right moment to change your style of music, and you were tired or whatever, you was
You
not
missed it.
concentrated, you
Yeah.
miss it, and you put one more that you
And
shouldn't.
then the floor kind of goes empty.
Empty. Then you have three possibilities in that uncomfortable situation.
Mix it into something else.
They will say, you are there and you say, okay, the room will stay empty until the end, and I will just close my arms and do like I don't care. This is one
Hmm.
situation. You have to be brave to do that.
Hmm.
Also, you can just cut the music, the volume down, like pop, and change for another one. You need to also be brave for that.
Hmm.
Yes, and the next one better be an amazing one, so the people
Yeah.
looks like, wow, I don't
Uh-huh.
care about what just happened. The
Yeah.
next song is amazing, so I will just dance
Yeah.
and forget what happened. But they will realize that you fucked that up. And the other situation is when you blend the two other one,
Hmm.
and you blended that well, and after 2 minutes that the people even will believe that the song just finished and another started.
Hmm.
So that's one, once again, those are these kind of tools that is nice to have in your pocket. Maybe you never need it, but no one, it was never a problem to have skills in your pockets. Like,
Hmm.
it's your head won't be heavier if you learn or you have more
Yeah.
knowledge.
Yeah. I like, and the confidence you gain, right? So it's also amazing in kizomba. The DJs really work, and they're like, sometimes they're even more important than the teachers. I mean, there have to be some teachers, but people take decisions to go based on the DJs, and they really like, they will mix vocals from one song into another. They like, I mean, they really make the party. It's more like in a club. Of course, they also have to be careful. There are certain moments in the party when they can go crazy, and then others when they also need to let the song play. But the people will actually look up to the DJ when they feel like the DJ has changed the song, right? Or they were waiting for this one, right? Because they know the strong accent comes and it's not happening, and the DJ keeps them hanging, like kind of in a suspense. And then everybody smiles, and it's like a cooperation, right? Like the DJ is messing with the dancers' habits, and they appreciate it. So it's a beautiful exchange. Like they will not complain that you cut a break
Well,
because yeah,
I will tell you this, and you want to know about the comments of the people right now, and you can contact
yeah,
me in private as well.
okay,
You say something that kind of hurt me. You say there
okay.
that the DJs in Kizomba, they really work, and
Um,
let me finish, and
I
then
didn't mean
you
I
defend
didn't
your.
mean in comparison to
I
you.
don't care. You should defend yourself after I finish.
Okay,
So
okay.
the thing is, that is this is a common opinion of the people, even from DJs as well, from Kizomba DJs. Most Kizomba DJs are really close to them,
Yeah.
so I know what you say, what you think, and what you say. When they come, right, and they come to us in bachata and
Uh-huh.
salsa DJs, and they say like, bro, it's really easy for you. You just press play every 10 minutes or every 4 minutes, even 5 minutes in salsa, or 10 sometimes, and we need to be there working, whatever and so on. Well, let me tell you something. when we are DJ in bachata or salsa, we first of all we need to be really focused, crazy focused. Sometimes the work of our brain, even if we are not moving, you touch us and we are sweating. We are sweating for
Mhm.
how much
Mhm.
concentration we have to have in that moment. Because you know what? If we put this wrong music for a salsa DJ, will mean that for 5 minutes long, the dance floor is gonna be empty. So if you really
Mhm.
make a mistake, it really is gonna be a huge one. So you see salsa DJs and bachata DJs selecting one song and changing maybe that selection 5 times before the moment that they have to play it.
Mhm.
Because sometimes you are on the song and you just put that song and it goes boom, it's that one. Or sometimes even 30 seconds before the song finish, you realize that that is not the proper one. You need to change it right away. So otherwise it will be the wrong one. In Kizomba, yes, it's true that they're really physically working all the
Mhm.
time, selecting new songs and
They can
everything.
change
But
easily.
if they make if they put one that is not the proper
Mhm.
one, even after 30 seconds, they put the other one and it's cool.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
everybody works in different ways. So
Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, it's good that you corrected me there. I just had this image of my salsa DJs that are amazing people. That they,
playing
for
the
them,
maracas and then
they
playing.
never, they never. For them, it's never enough. I mean, they don't mind playing for 3 hours or so. While the when the kizomba, the set is usually 90 minutes. I mean, 2 hours is max, and you can usually if I want them to play twice, it's 1 hour each set, right? Because it is also like demanding and the salsa DJs are they have to feel the crowd, they have to feel what the people need, but they are having drinks, they're talking.
Yes,
It's a
it's
different
true.
effort,
It's a different effort. Come on, it's true
Yes.
because me playing and that's funny thing because I come from both worlds. I
Yeah,
used to play in these reggaeton crazy parties, and in reggaeton crazy parties,
yeah,
every
you're
every one
mixing.
after one
Yeah,
chorus you need to play the other one. After
yeah,
one chorus you need to play the other one. So your brain is working crazy because you need to think really really fast, and you are
yeah,
also physically working. But as I said, like literally both of
yeah,
us we're working both but
yeah,
in different
yeah.
ways.
Definitely, so I totally agree. Yes, that was
Mhm.
wrong. Actually, when I even said that, I already felt I said something wrong. So, same gap between photographers and videographers. Yeah, that's also interesting concept. How they work. I guess someone here is trying to say that photographer has a slower job.
Yes,
No,
just
or
clicking at the other ones are moving like crazy. Yes, yes,
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
different kind of working. Yeah.
But with photography, for instance, what I see is I was choosing lately pictures for elSol and then elSol fall and then also for elSol spring because the website is coming up soon. And I have a social photographer and I have someone very artistic. And
Artistic, I know.
I love Luca's pictures. Luca Kivela. Oh my God. I mean, but the way he catches even moments like he makes a close up on a volunteer putting a wristband on someone. I need those kind of pictures because this is the community life. It's not just the dancers in dance. And the social interactions. And then also Elena from Paris. Elena Carla, she's a mainly photographer for Kizomba, but she also did El Sol Spring for me, and the way she plays with lights, the way she exposes colors. She'll give me a close up on a woman's hips that has flower pattern, and then the light of her soul in the back. She gives me art. It's not maybe a document, of people on the press wall and so on. And then when I have to choose pics for the website, I had to take out all the pictures of the other photographer because they had some weird stuff in the background, like, okay, he photographed a person in a good pose, but then the speaker, the carpet, the verge of the floor, it's not so artistic. So I think when we talk about photographers, it's also the art is also in the choice of pictures. When they look through this, what Luca does after he delivers all the pictures, he sends me an album of late photos of us all when he goes to them again, and he
Wow.
filters again what could be interesting. So I think it's different work, right?
I have one last question for you before I go
Yes,
because I have been talking
yes,
really long, and that is how important do you think this is funny that you are calling me here and I
yeah.
am the one making the questions anyway, but
It's good, good. I feel important too. Yeah, tell me.
yeah, t- how important do you think is nowadays the work of videographers and photographers for a festivals?
Um, DJ York, I'm a huge fan, especially your dance,
Hey,
etc.
Bahia, Kat, thank you so much, girl. Love you. Thank you for that.
It's very important. It has grown over the years immensely, but I think that we are also flooded with so much footage that we become blind. I see this, for instance, with the materials that I receive. I receive so much that I end up using one or two videographers' stuff, and the same goes for photography. So from this moment of abundance, like we all realize that it's so important to have the pictures and the videos, we came to a point when people just don't watch it. So now, we have to. It was like a thesis, synthesis, so antithesis and synthesis. Now it's time to actually pull out conclusions. And for me, I'm thinking maybe I need less, but very special eye, the eye that shows the event in the way that I want it to be shown. Yeah. So
Dale. Okay, let me stay with you. By the way, Papito Control, dímelo, Adrián, el duro. Saludos, mi rey. So,
Yorkie, he also calls you
we
Yorkie.
call your
Okay.
keys. So then I ask you for that. Definitely what you say, that it has become a process and we are now overflow with videos and everything. And that it also happens with videos and demos in social media. We are also feeling it. At the beginning was like, wow, one dance video, and now there are so many that they are not having the impact that they
Yes.
used to have before. Still, once in a time come that video which is more special for whatever reason than everyone else,
Mm.
and it comes out. But I asked you this question, I was more thinking about it, about the marketing thing that we are always talking about. Once again, it's related to both topic to in
Okay,
how
well,
much.
let me just stop you because it looks like I have a customer. This is always comes first. Vi, have I don't know how you read your name, man. Cat.
Viva cat, let's call it
Viva.
cat.
Cat. Sure. Take a look on the website elsolfestival.pl. One is in November in 10 days, and the other one is in March, 10 to 9 to 11th of March. Okay, so thank you.
You better come, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, I will get commission out of you. Kidding. So,
sure.
kidding. So, the thing is that talking about once again about how much how important is investing in your product,
Mhm.
in your festival, is and the revenue you get out of back of it. Check this out. The way I see it, I talk about this because some events I talk with them and they say, "Hey, you have amazing lineup. You have amazing the lineup for artists, DJ, instructors, amazing venue, but you don't have videographers or photographers here. You don't have. You are not investing on this. Why? So I don't need them. It's like the people is gonna come and say like, no, bro. Right now, your windows to the world is social media,
Yes.
and the way to advertise your product is pictures and videos, and that is the way you showcase what you have. The people nowadays, they heard about elSol. If I talk to someone about the soul,
Mhm.
the first thing they're gonna do, or actually they're doing right now,
Instagram.
go to your Instagram and check about your festival.
Yeah.
So those are the kind of things, when you were talking about what makes a festival good, you could also ask me what make a festival successful.
Mhm.
And videographers and photographers, they are a part of it. The
Mhm.
people, because the people is like, the photographers doesn't sell full passes. No, they don't sell full passes for this year. They're gonna
For
sell for
next
the
year.
next one.
Yes. Yes. This is
That's right.
why I can mention my favorite people to work with because I really know why I am contracting them. My team always asks me, "Do you really need Luca? It's so expensive to bring him from fucking Split, or somewhere. It's not a popular city to fly from." I'm like, sorry, we have to do it. Luca is one of a kind. So it's Luca Kivela, Elena Carla from Paris. These are my top photographers. And in terms of video, it's Social Dance TV Kirill. He makes a great documentary, and he knows who to film, etc. But I fell in love with Dan from LA, Yamamoto. We are street dancers. I love how he films me. So he was like my personal videographer.
He is really good. He is really good.
Yeah,
He's really good. And
but
about what?
he's not coming this year. And then we have a videographer for Kizomba, Zach Productions, Zach Prod.
Really good, amazing
Yes,
guy as well. By the way, go with flow
and
wherever you are.
now we have Paparazzi Dance, Remy from France, who's mainly in the Zouk and Bachata community. So
Okay.
he's coming here for the first
Ah,
time.
paparazzi. Yes, I know. This is also a nice guy. Yeah, I know him
Yeah.
as well.
And then Rain Mambo is coming kind of on her own, but she's also sharing footage. So it's
Okay.
you can also see it always. And then we have also a couple of other photographers, videographers, but these are like my main names that are also personalities that are needed. Kat says definitely showcasing your talent will bring more awareness to you, and then we'll be able to enjoy your talent more. My God, Yorkie, we should do this every month. There's so much to talk about. I don't feel I have a lot of notes, and I didn't even open my copybook here.
No, I guess you wanted to
It
talk
was
all about me. You wanted to ask me when was the first time that I played one bachata. But the thing is for me that I am really opinionated person. I have really many opinions and questions about many things.
That's good.
But I don't like to post things on social media. I don't like to
Hmm.
I rather prefer a conversation with the people I can interact
Yeah.
as well. So I really enjoy this.
Thank you so much, guys. Join us at elSol. I'm going to Katowice actually on Wednesday the 8th, but the event starts on Thursday on the 9th. Already with huge international party on 4 floors, workshops from Friday. Make sure you book your pass until tomorrow midnight because it's gonna raise a little bit, €5.
And
It's not.
people, by the way, people that are listening to this or are going to listen to this, or you can even quote this part and post it. One of the festivals that I will recommend you with my eyes closed is El Sol. And it's basically because it means all about it, what it will, everything that I stand up when it comes about quality, amazing artists, amazing lineup, amazing DJs. Yes, lineup and DJs and artists are the same, but I have to mention all the things. An amazing venue. And the one thing I forgot to tell you when you asked me about good festival, organization. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, is that when it comes about punctuality um,
Mhm.
no bad surprises, yeah, it makes what makes your
We
festival
have
special.
everything for you guys. You're gonna have food all night long in the venue. Bars open, water can be brought in. You have hotels around the venue. Well, unfortunately, it's not all in one anymore. But with the size of the event, we actually exceeded all hotels' capacity. So there are several hotels around that we're recommending. And yeah, we're gonna party till 9 a.m. every day.
Yeah, amazing. So yeah, you say it, and I just saying yes, it's true. Whatever she's saying is true. No, whatever what she just said is true. Eveni from Rushland, thank you, Krasiva. I appreciate it too as well. Paulina, thank you so much that you enjoyed the conversation.
Thank you guys for your support. I'm
Fine,
gonna save this, and you can always come back to this interview. It's gonna be on the profile. Also share it with York.
thank you
Take
so much for
care.
the message.
Have a
Anya,
great
thank you
day.
so much for the invitation. Thank you so much to people on Facebook, and take care all of you.
Thank you for all your opinions. I love the meat, the real stuff.
The real
Bye
stuff.
bye. Bye bye. Ending here. Goodbye to Facebook.